Welcome to South Asia. This is J. Reddy, your host. Today we are going to explore further about the Madras Presidency, which I discussed previously. That is the evolution of Madras Presidency from 1653 to 1947. Today we cover mostly about its districts. See, last time I covered the evolution of Madras Presidency broadly, giving a bird's eye view, and today we cover mostly what are the districts in the Madras Presidency that survived nearly for 300 years from the middle of 17th century, that is 1652, till the middle of the 20th century, 1947, the partition independence time. How these districts were acquisitioned, how the Madras British trading post enlarged itself over the years and acquired its maturity form and finally called Madras Presidency. I will talk about what are the major, the foundation for Madras Presidency was laid during the Carnatic Wars. The foundation for Madras Presidency laid in the Carnatic Wars. We will talk about those Carnatic Wars. 3 Carnatic Wars were fought. And much of its territorial expansion, that is the expansion of Madras Presidency, came through Mysore Wars, Anglo-Mysore Wars or British Mysore Wars. The 4 wars were found. Here we will not cover much of the expansion of the Madras Presidency from the Nizami territory, from the Asaf Jahi, Hyderabad, Nizami. We will cover it very briefly or broadly. Most of this talk will be covering about the Carnatic Wars and Mysore Wars and various treaties that eventually led to the maturation of the Madras Presidency. And these are the districts in Madras Presidency at its peak. We can call these districts the Circars districts, north of Pulicat Lake, and Tamil territories or Tamil districts, south of Pulicat Lake. That is a border between Telugu and Tamil speaking people. It is around about 30 or 40 kilometers away from Chengalpattu or Madras. This is Madras. So we have a Circars districts and Coromandel districts or Tamil speaking districts. Then we have a coastal districts or west coast districts of Malabar, South Kanara and North Kanara. North Kanara originally belonged to the Madras Presidency, but later it was detached from Madras Presidency, given back to the Bombay Presidency. That's North Kanara and Dharwar and Bijapur, that is Vijayapura district, and Belgaum. They constituted a northern Karnataka or Canary speaking districts of Bombay Presidency. So these are Coromandel districts or Cholamandal districts south of Pulicat Lake, and these are Circars districts north of Pulicat Lake. These are Telugu speaking districts, these are Tamil speaking districts. In the Deccan Plateau, these 5 districts, that is the Ballari, Kurnool, Kadapa, Anantapur and Chittoor, they are called Ceded districts. Chittoor, Kadapa, Anantapur, Ballari and Kurnool. These are called Ceded districts or Deccani districts. They were in the main Deccan Peninsula, western side of the Eastern Ghat or Turpu Kanumalu. So coming back to the Tamil speaking districts, we have Madras urban districts here, Madras city and urban district, surrounded by Chengalpattu district, that is Arni, Arni, Ponneri, Gummidipundi, Sipedamaduru, Kanchipuram and Maduranthakam regions. Then we have two Arcot districts, North Arcot and South Arcot, that is Vellore, Vaniyambadi, Gudiyattam, Tiruvannamalai at that time, and South Arcot is Kadaluru, Villupuram and so on, Tindivanam, etc. Then we have Thanjavur district, the delta districts in the far end of Kaveri delta, and Tiruchirappalli. This is the princely state of Pudukkottai, that is surrounded by Thanjavuru, Tiruchirappalli, Ramanathapuram and those districts. Then we have princely state of Banganpalli in the Ceded district area, Deccan area in the Kurnool district, and princely state of Sandur in Ballari district. And the Madras Presidency on the west side was bordered by Travancore Kingdom and Cochin Kingdom, called Cochin Travancore. Travancore Kingdom is Tiruvanakkur, and it also included a Tamil-speaking southern part called Kanyakumari area, that is Vilavankod, Kalkulam, Agasteshwaram, Thovala, regions of modern Kanyakumari district. Then we have Cochin Principality. So the Coromandel, Cholamandala districts are Madras urban district, Chengalpattu, North Arcot, South Arcot, Thanjavuru, Tiruchirappalli, Baramahal district, later it is called Salem district, that is Hosuru, Krishnagiri, Dharmapuri, Salem, Namakkal areas, and Coimbatore district, that is Coimbatore, Tiruppuru, Erodu, Bhavani, Avanashi, Satyamangalam and those areas. We have the old Madurai district, Madurai, Theni, Bodinayakanur, Dindigal and those areas in the upper Vaigai Valley region. Then we have Ramanathapuram district that contains the sacred city of Rameswaram in this district. And the southern district were Tirunelveli, that is Tenkasi, Shankotta, Tenkasi, Ambasamudramu, Radhanagar, Nanguneri, Tuttukudi or Tuticorin and Kovilpatti regions. So this is the Tamil-speaking districts of Madras Presidency. North of Pulicat Lake, we have a Nellore district, then Guntur district. This is the Krishna River that bifurcates the Guntur district to the south and Krishna district to the north. We have Guntur district, Krishna district, and this is the Godavari that separates the two districts. Two Godavari districts are twin Godavari districts are in Telugu Ubaya Godavari Jillalo. This is Turpu Godavari or Purbi Godavari or East Godavari, Paschim Godavari, West Godavari. East Godavari also has an enclave called Yanam. This is a small village of around about 30 square kilometers. That means if it's round about, you travel 5, something like that, 25 kilometers area. That belongs to French territory of Pondicherry, which has a lot of enclaves, Yanamu and Karaikalu and Mahe on the western coast in the Malabar region. So we have a Ceded, and what here I have not shown in the map is Visakhapatnam district, Vijayanagaram district and Ganjam districts. So these are the Uttar Circars, northern Circars, northern region. This is a Sarkar region, Sarkar territory. Sarkar is a term used in Persian that means a governance. Though when the Islamic imperialism was established in Deccan, and these territories came from local rulers under the Muslim rulers, they called them Sarkars. And British use the same term, but it's spelled like C-A-R, S-A-R-K-A-R, Sarkar. Still, this term is now used locally. Then we have Ceded district. These are the district that Asaf Jahi, ruler of Hyderabad princely state, which was a protectorate of East India Company Bahadur. And during the time of Nizam Ali Khan, who is one of the sons of Asaf Jahi, Komaruddin Khan, Ghaziuddin Firoz Jung, who was the founder of the Deccan Suba, that is Hyderabad, his son entered into subsidiary alliance with the British East India Company, and because he felt in arrears and unable to pay the enough money for maintenance of the British cantonment troops in Nizami territory, he gave these districts. These districts were ceded to the British East India Company, which were incorporated into Madras Presidency. That is Ballari district, Anantapur district, Kurnool district, Kadapa district, and Chittoor district. On the west coast, we have Malayalam-speaking Malabar region. That is a very big district during the Madras Presidency and British time. It has a Palakkad, Ponneni, Manjeri, Malappuram, Vainadu, Ernadu, and the principal town of Calicut. Then we have Kannanuru and Kasargod areas. And Malabar district has a French enclave of Mahi, which is next to Tellicherry, which used to be a British cantonment enclave before the Madras Presidency. Then we have South Kanara, Mangalore and Udupi, and North Kanara, south of the Portuguese territory of Goa. So these are the districts in Madras Presidency. Originally, British has their trading post and military center in Madras given to them during the declining era of Vijayanagara Emperor's fourth dynasty. Aravidu Dynasty ruler gave them the land grant where Britishers established their trading post in Madras round about mid-1650s. That is long after Battle of Thallikota in 1565. The territory was very small at that time when the Carnatic Wars were fought. 3 Carnatic Wars were fought. First, second, and third, 1746, 1746, 1748, 1757 in those regions. First was the Battle of Adayar, where the French proved their military might of European fashion compared to the local fighting mechanisms. It ended in Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle. Second war fought is called Battle of Arcot, where Clive was the very prominent general, and it ended in Treaty of Pondicherry. Treaty of Pondicherry made the British masters over. At that time, this entire area called Carnatic Nawabi or Arcot Nawabi was ruled by a Nawab, which is nominally under the control of Nizam of Deccan, who was ruling from Aurangabad or Hyderabad, who was under nominal control of Mughal Emperor Alamgir II, who was ruling from Delhi. So, Treaty of Pondicherry, French became the masters over Nizam at Aurangabad. British became the masters of Nawab of Arcot, who was ruling from Arcot town. there is a town called Arcot near Ranipet. It is on the Palar River. That is not far away from Raya-Vellore, important city, historic city of that area. Few years later, third war was fought. That major battle fought was Battle of Vandivash, ended in Treaty of Paris and Treaty of Carnatic. Treaty of Carnatic is that first Treaty of Carnatic. By this treaty, French were eliminated as military contenders for the British throughout India. French has to remain only as traders, not anymore. So British acquired the supremacy, tightened the entire control over Nawabi of Carnatic, Nawab of Arcot. At that time they acquired a territory called Chengalpattu district, that is surrounding the urban district of Madras. So that is like Gummidipundi, Arni, Kanjipuram, Sri Perambaduru, Madurantakam, those taluk areas. That was a small territory Madras Presidency has at that time. Then what happened? 4 Mysore wars were fought. Meanwhile, British also acquired a lot of territory from Mysore in the Circars regions north of Pulicat Lake during the various phases till 1800. First 2 Anglo-Mysore wars during at that time middle of 18th century, round about 1761, when third battle of Panipat was fought north of Delhi between Marathas and Durranis. The Wadayar dynasty was ruled by a king called Immidi Krishna Wadayar. Immidi means second. The later, third is called Mummidi. Fourth is called Nalavadi. There are 4 rulers having the same name. Immidi Krishna Wadayar, Mummidi Krishna Wadayar, and Nalavadi Krishna Wadayar. Immidi Krishna Wadayar was the ruler round about 1730s to 1766. At that time, the generals called Sarvadikari was the Hyder Ali. After the battle of Panipat, when the Marathas were a major power in Bharat, they declined, and Wadayar kingdom nominally acknowledged their supremacy, now become autonomous. And Sarvadikari, Hyder Ali, usurped the usurped the throne and reduced Immidi Krishna Wadayar or puppet. He just reigned, whereas Hyder Ali ruled. First 2 wars fought by Hyder Ali ended in almost no territorial gains with the British East India Company Bahadur. First treaty ended in 1769 at Treaty of Madras. Second treaty was Treaty of Mangalore. First was Treaty of Madras, first Mysore War. Second Mysore was Treaty of Mangalore. The territories remained as it is. And where are the British territories? No, British were which were rulers of the Arcot region. Nominal ruler was the Nawab of Arcot from Arcot town. At that time, the Nawab was Muhammad Ali Khan Walaza. He was one of the major adversary whom Hyder Ali didn't like him much, because he was the adversary and he was protected by the British. Hyder Ali attacked his territory, that means Nawabi territory. So British, in a sense, he fought a war with the British, where the Muhammad Ali Khan Walaza was a nominal spectator. First 2 wars end without any gains to any party, that is the Treaty of Madras and Treaty of Mangalore. And when Tipu Sultan invaded Travancore kingdom, which was under the rule of Balarama Raja or Dharma Raja, who was a British ally of East India Company, their friend. So, Tipu, the successor and son of Hyder Ali, invaded, crossed the Periyar River and invaded, and the British started waging a war, declared a war on Tipu. So the Third Mysore War started. Third Mysore War ended in the Treaty of Srirangapattinam. Srirangapattinam is the administrative headquarters of Tipu Sultan. It is a small island. It is in the Kaveri River. It's called Srirangapattinam, not far away from the Mysore town, where Maharaja lived. Whereas the Tipu lived in Srirangapattinam, administered the kingdom, whereas a Maharaja, nominal ruler, lived in the Mysore city. The Third Mysore War, Srirangapattinam, British acquired lot of territory. The territory Tipu gave to British after the Third Mysore War is Baramahal. Now it is called Salem district or old Salem districts. He also gave Dindigal, that is Kodaikanal, Dindigal, Neelakottai, those regions, which was later incorporated in Madurai district. So British gained Baramahal, British gained Dindigal, and British also gained Malabar. That means there is a land between British territory, that is the Coimbatore, Nilgiri areas were still under Tipu's control. And also British gained this region, we will not talk much about it. And this region which British gained was given to their Ali, Nizam Ali Khan, that is the second Nizam of Hyderabad Principality. British also gained the territory here, they gave to Marathas. So, third war, that is. The Fourth Mysore War broke. It was a very brief war. The Third War was fought during the reign of Governor General Lord Cornwallis. The Fourth War was fought during the reign of Richard Wellesley or Lord Wellesley. Fourth War is the major war. It is a very short war. Only 4 or 5 months it took, and Tipu Sultan died in this war, and Treaty of Mysore was made. This was made by the nominal Wadayar Maharaja. He was a child of 4 or 5 years. He was a Mummidi Chamaraja Wadayar. Mummidi Krishna Raja Wadayar. He was a small child, and he gave lot of territory. What territory he gave to the British? He gave the Coimbatore Nilagiri regions. Coimbatore. That means with this district's territory, now the Madras British area has a continuous land integration with the Malabar region. Previously, Coimbatore district was under Mysore kingdom's control. And he also gave Kanaras. These are Canary-speaking districts or Kannada-speaking district. South Kanara, that is Mangalore, would be North Kanara, Karwar region. So, as a result of this, the Maharaja himself placed under the control of British East India Company. His entire kingdom was a landlocked kingdom. There is a small kingdom called Coorg, which was attached to Mysore kingdom, was sometimes ruled by the British governor from Madras. So this is a Coorg or Kodagu kingdom. This is the Mysore kingdom. After the Treaty of Mysore, after the Fourth War, these are the districts that almost consolidated and remained in the Mysore kingdom. Now it is called Princely State of Mysore. Kolar district, Bangalore district and Mysore district and Hassan district and Tumkuru district, Kadur district also called Chikmagaluru district later, and Shimogga district and Chitradurga district. This is Mysore kingdom. Meanwhile, from mid of 1700s onwards, British acquired these territories north of Pulicat from the Nizam during various stages, and that is northern Circars, north of Krishna River, Krishna district to Godavari district, Vijayanagaram areas. And when the son of Nizam, original Nizam, the founder of the state, Asaf Jahi, Komaruddin Khan, Ghaziuddin Firoz Jung, last son Basalat Jung passed away, Guntur Sarkar, which he was administering, was given to East India Company Bahadur. And when the fourth Mysore war fought, the ruler of Arcot, that is Carnatic region, Carnatic Nawab, was Umdatul Umara, who was son and successor of Muhammad Ali Khan Walaza. He died around about 1795 and Umdatul Umar succeeded. When after the Mysore war found, British made an allegation that Umdatul Umara was in secret collusion with Tipu Sultan, his co-religionist, and asked him to sign a treaty and surrender the entire Nawabi territory and remain a nominal ruler or pensioner, which Umdatul Umara refused. And British didn't take the issue further. They didn't proceed it. Within few months after the Mysore war, Umdatul Umara died in 1801 or so, 1801 in the beginning. Then the successor of Umdatul Umara, British asked him to sign the treaty and he refused. So then the British at that time, as a major power, the protectors or suzerains, they have the right, or they said they had the right to put the appropriate person in the throne, Masnad of Arcot Nawabi at Arcot. They found a distant cousin called Azamud-Dawla. Azamud-Dawla immediately signed the treaty and British recognized him as the ruler of Arcot, immediately signed a treaty that is called Treaty of Carnatic, Second Carnatic Treaty. That is different from First Carnatic Treaty. Sorry, that's that's Treaty of Carnatic. That is the only one Treaty of Carnatic. Was so in 1801 it was signed between the East India Company Bahadur and Azimud-Dawla, the royal family of the Arcot Nawab. With that, the Nawab gave the territories and administration, military, civil and judicial administration, and got the pension. So he just remained the nominal ruler. At the same time, British East India Company Bahadur also acquired from the Maratha ruler. He ruled this area, Thanjavur Delta area. He also signed a treaty and gave this territory. Southern portion of the region also has nominally acknowledged the ruler of Arcot. British later fought small wars with the Polygars, local rulers or satraps or Bahubalis, and eventually integrated. So by the 1801, British Madras Presidency got itself almost what the existing form. It acquired vast territories from Tirunelveli to Orissa border. Certain districts and regions in the Utkal, Orissa border, like Visakhapattanam, Vijayanagaram, Ganjamu, are also called Barampur. Sometimes they change a little bit territory. The British finally gave certain territories like Koraput, Jaipur, and Malkangiri, and so on, to Orissa province. That was a minor territorial changes. during those years. So these are the districts of Madras Presidency when the presidency matured in round about 1801 or so. When the Madras Presidency was originally established, is a small British trading post and military center in 1652. Within 150 years, like by 1801, it acquired vast territories. So the foundation stones were laid in the three Carnatic Wars. The first war, second war, the British became the masters over the Nawab of Karnataka. Third war, British totally eliminated the French from the India. The French remained just as traders, with few enclaves and few territory, and no more military contenders. And British acquired lot of territories in the third and fourth Mysore war. So the lot of territories that the British acquired or that constituted the Madras Presidency came from Nawab of Arcot, that is most Tamil-speaking districts came. Tamil-speaking areas of Baramahal, Coimbatore, Dindigul also came from Mysore Kingdom. Mysore Kingdom also gave Malayalam-speaking district Malabar region, that is Calicut, Palakkad, Kannanur, Wayanad, Ernad, Manjeri, Mallapuram, Poneri region today. And Mysore Kingdom also shed Canary-speaking districts of South Kanara, that is Mangalore, North Kanara, Karwar to the Madras Presidency. Nizam gave ceded districts or Deccani districts called Rayalaseema now. And Nizam at various stages gave Circars districts to the British East India Company and also Guntur Circar. That is how the territorial expansion of Madras Presidency happened. This is the green area is the Madras Presidency round about 1801 when Treaty of Carnatic was signed between East India Company Bahadur and Azimud-Dawla, the Carnatic Nawab. So those are the districts. And at what stages these acquisitions were done, just we are going over that now. The ceded districts, these are ceded districts, ceded by the Asaf Jahi ruler, Nizam Ali Khan. These are the Circars districts. These are the Arcot Nawabi districts. This is the Polygar territory, Dindigul, Baramahal, Coimbatore, Malabar. This is the Kanara, North Kanara, South Kanara. North Kanara, South Kanara, Malabar, Coimbatore, Dindigul, Baramahal districts came from Mysoreans, that is Mysore Kingdom. That means Baramahal was given as a result of Treaty of Chengalpattu in 1792. Dindigul was given in the same time, 1792. Malabar was given the same time, that is after the Third War. Within few years, 7 years or so, Fourth Mysorean War broke down. Coimbatore was given, Coimbatore and Nilgiris, that made a land bridge connecting the rest of the Madras Presidency and also expanded to the coastal area further in Kanara. So Kanaras and Coimbatore were acquisitioned in 1799 after the war and death of Tipu Sultan, when Immidi Krishna Wadayar signed the Treaty of Mysore with East India Company Bahadur. And Arcot Nawab signed the Treaty of Carnatic in 1801 and gave all the Tamil-speaking Carnatic region. The same time, the Thanjavur King Raja signed the treaty and gave the Thanjavur Delta districts to East India Company. And Polygar wars fought after 1801, like Veerapandya Kattabrahman and those local leaders were subdued or killed. Their territories were taken away. And Ceded district were given by the Nizam in 1800-39. Finally, Kurnool was given, Kurnool was added. So, over the series of years, and Guntur Sarkar was also acquisition. This is the Guntur Sarkar during 1800. So, these are the acquisitions of Madras Presidency over the years. So, it's the same, the districts and of Madras Presidency shown in a different pattern. Here I have shown this is the Madras, the Chengalpattu, this is the Pulicat Lake, and this is the Circar region, this is the Ceded district region, and this is the Malabar region, this is the Kanara region, princely state of Pudukkottai, princely state of Banganpalli in Kurnool district, princely state of Sandhur in Bellary district, princely state of Tiruvakkanur or Travancore, princely state of Cochin. This is the same, the Madras Presidency, how it looked 2 years after the first war of independence. A major rebellion broke in Uttar Bharat. This gives a different idea. We can see this is the princely state of Banganpalli, princely state of Pudukkottai, the princely state of Mysore. You can see Visakhapatnam, Ganjam. This is Jaipur region and central India or central provinces, Godavari district, Krishna district, Nellore, and Chengalpattu district surrounding the Madras, 2 Arcot districts, North Arcot, South Arcot. Chittoor district was later bifurcated from the North Arcot. This is the French enclave at Pondicherry near Kadalur in South Arcot district. Thanjavur Tiruchirappalli, enlarged Madurai district that contains Ramanathapuram, Sivaganga, and Virudunagar, Rajupa, so on. Tirunelveli district and Coimbatore district and Malabar district and South Kanara district, North Kanara district. 1859, the interesting point you can see is entire princely state of Mysore was enclosed by the Madras Presidency. Princely state of Mysore was enclosed by North Kanara, Ballari districts in the north, Anantapur district, Kadapa district, North Arcot and Baramahal Salem district in the east, Coimbatore, Malabar districts in the south, and South Kanara or Mangalore district in the west. When North Kanara district was given to Bombay Presidency, so at that time the Madras Presidency didn't include Mysore completely. It was no more a complete enclave. Still, it was an enclave in the British India between Madras Presidency on one side, Bombay Presidency on other side. So this is the district map around about 1859. So when the Madras Presidency was dissolved, this is how now the districts look like. I will brief you about that. Entire Tamil Nadu region, historic regions are, northern regions are called Thondai Nadu or Arcot regions surrounding the Madras city. Then we have western region, Kongu Nadu region, Coimbatore region, and Thanjavur region is historically a Chola Nadu region, and southern region ruled from Madurai by Pandyan kings is called Pandya Nadu. So you have Pandya Nadu, Chola Nadu, Kongu Nadu, and Thondai Nadu or Arcot region. This is somewhere here. You have a Chennai here, Madras city, then Chengalpattu district is now Kanchipuram, Tiruvallur, and Arcot district, 2 Arcot districts, North Arcot and South Arcot, that is Kadalur, Villupuram, Tiruvannamalai and Vellore, The old Baramahal district or old Salem districts that Mysoreans gave is now Krishnagiri, Dharmapuri, Salem and Namakkal. The fourth war British acquired the Coimbatore region. Now it's Nilgiris, Erode, Tirupur and Coimbatore districts. The Raja of Thanjavur gave Thanjavur and Tiruchirappalli regions, and now the Pudukkottai Principality, that was a princely state, and Karur, Tiruchirappalli, Perambarul, Ariyalur and Nagapattinam, and southern districts Tirunelveli, Thoothukudi, Virudhunagar, Ramanathapuram, Sivaganga, Madurai, Theni, Dindiga. Historically there is only two districts there, that is Madurai, Tirunelveli. Then Madurai split into Madurai district and Ramanathapuram, and Kanyakumari district was merged during 1956. That part I will discuss some other time. So in essence, those are this topic about the districts of Madras Presidency that survived round about 300 years from 1652 as a small trading post until partition independence of 1943 or 1953 or so. That is about the districts of Madras Presidency. Essentially we discussed about what are the various Telugu speaking districts, what are the various Tamil speaking districts, south and north of Pulicat Lake, that is a traditional geographical boundary between southern Tamil speaking population and northern Telugu speaking population of historical Vijayanagara Emperor's time. Then we talked about how the British East India Company started a small trading military post, established their supremacy over the local ruler, Nawab of Arcot and Nawab of Carnatic, through the first, second, third Carnatic Wars. Then we talked about how the Madras trading post, small town, acquired vast territory during the third and fourth Mysorean Wars. We also discussed about how the Nizam, the northern neighbor, Asaf Jahi dynasty, gave vast territory, ceded districts and northern Circars and Guntur Circars, so on, that consolidated the Madras Presidency. That's for today. Thank you very much for joining me. This is your host J. Reddy from North America. Please subscribe South Asia in Maps channel and recommend to your friends. This is going to be a unique channel where I will bring you my lot of years of research and studies and experience in portraying you the spatio-temporal history of South Asia, Mother Bharat, from Khyber, Kalat in Balochistan, Kutch in Gujarat, and Kanyakumari in the south, Kamarupa in Assam, and Kashmir. That is 6 Ks: Khyber, Kalat, Kutch, Kanyakumari, Kamrup in Assam, and Kashmir. Thank you very much. Namaskar.